It's considered the legacy, most trusted, oldest publication in the industry, and so I had the privilege of purchasing it in 2021.
Okay, we're here at RIA and we have Michelle Blevins.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. This is fun.
Thanks for sitting down with us.
This has been a great show. What do you think?
Yeah, it's great. We've had a good time. You know, you've gone to a lot of these, I guess.
Yes, this is my 10th year in the industry. RIA was my first show in the industry in 2015, and you know, I feel like the RIA has had kind of a roller coaster, and this is an amazing show. I mean, record attendance, and yes, record, and membership is growing and all the things, so I feel like it's really moving in a great direction. It's fun.
This is my first time. Artemis has been here a few times, but
yeah.
My first time.
Yeah.
But talk about C&R. Talk about what's going on. How has this year been for you all?
It's been great. This is an interesting year, I think, for contractors.
Sorry, what is your role, by the way, in C&R first?
Publisher,
everybody knows,
CEO,
but
owner,
everything.
Yeah. So yes,
you are C&R.
C&R used to be the RIA's publication, so I purchased it from them in 2021. But it goes back to, we think, the 1950s, and there's a great legacy with it. It's considered the legacy, most trusted, oldest publication in the industry, and so I had the privilege of purchasing it in 2021, and kind of still try to carry the voice through of the industry and the RIA and represent them as best we can. And so it's great. You know, a lot of the sessions here, there's a lot of like kind of the founding members of the restoration industry and the science behind it and all of that have been here. So it's fun to see them and celebrate, you know, new standards that have come out, like the S700 for fire, and talking about pain points for restorers, how to get paid, expedite those claims processes. So I think all those conversations are really good, and the trade show's huge. There's tons of people in here. It's great.
It is so fun. And I think a lot of the companies, a lot of the contractors, I mean, they know their field. They don't necessarily know how to market or how to speak to the market. And that's where you come in, right? You help them reach and communicate to their audiences.
Yes, we mostly help on the vendor side, right? So we work with companies like Artemis and a lot of the other vendors in the room, and what we found from that element, which restorers or vendors listening in, a pro tip is the more educational you can be in your marketing approach, which I'm sure you understand as a marketer.
It's always good to be reminded, though.
Yes, the more educational you can be in your approach, like pushing products and stuff doesn't always work. And so I can guarantee you, you know, like the visibility of your post, I can guarantee you impressions, I can guarantee you I'm going to bring you the traffic to see your things. I can't guarantee the clicks, right? Marketers can't guarantee the clicks. So really look at your messaging and really think about, why should the contractor engage with my content? What is making it important? How am I helping overcome the big challenges in today's market, whether it's like pushback I'm getting from adjusters, documentation, getting paid faster, any of those problems that they're having. How, on the vendor side, how can I approach those problems through my marketing?
And where are you finding in marketing to be successful? It's changing. The landscape is changing. Social media, it's always been there. But I mean, what's sort of new, or what have you seen develop in this year, or looking forward to next year?
That's a good question. So we still have print. C&R still has print.
Print is still. It's like. Upcoming, it is.
It's like a resurgence, because I think people are so burned out on their devices. There's been studies done that we have quotes and stats in our media kit about how many people and Gen Zers really like print materials now. They go to bookstores, the resurgence of bookstores now. Barnes & Noble is completely rebranded, all of that, and they want that tangible stuff. They want to put the phone down or the iPad down and have something physical. And then also that print magazine gets like 5 touches within one restoration company versus the digital, where it's like if somebody doesn't open it in their inbox right that moment, it's gone. You're not going back probably to an email in your inbox later, it's gone. The other thing that I found with social media marketing that might be helpful for people, we just went through kind of a reshuffle of our strategy at C&R. We realized, you know, quality over quantity, right? And we're always tempted to keep posting, but we scaled back pretty considerably in how much we were posting, and our engagement has like doubled, tripled easily when we scaled back how much we were posting. So less is more mentality.
Flooding the market doesn't help.
No, because then it gets lost. The algorithm loses your content, and so then it doesn't know what to put in front of your audience. So if you're prioritizing what really needs to get out there, then the algorithm catches it better and gets it in front of your audience better.
Interesting, yeah. And so talk about events coming up that you're going to be going to and being involved with.
There's a lot coming up. I'm guessing you guys are at some other ones too.
Yeah, we are. We're going to be going to, gosh, I remember, at least certainly the experience coming up. We'll be doing that.
We will be at Access next week, so I have the opportunity to lead a few panels next week for that, and then Contractor Connection a couple weeks after that. Yep. We will be at the Collective by Core. In August, we do Violand Management Associates events, and then I highly recommend for anybody listening to this, the RIA regional events are amazing. They've already announced all of the dates for 2025, and they're smaller and easier to get to because they are regional, so they have them across the country. But it's a great way to touch base with restorers on a smaller scale. It's a little bit more intimate, less overwhelming than a full trade show, but the conversations and networking there are really, really, really good. So I highly recommend those if you miss a big show.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
And you'll be going to not all of those. How many can you go to?
We'll see. I don't know. I know for sure I'm going. So the Mid-South Association is partnering up with RIA to do an event in October. I think it's like October 19th. So I'd recommend that one because that's going to be a whole regional on the kind of on the East Coast, like North Carolina down through Georgia, all those states coming together, and there's going to be an event for that. So that'll be pretty good.
And you have a podcast, right? Or you do some podcast? Tell us about your podcast or what you're doing.
I do. I have a podcast called Restoration Today. I try to interview as many people in the industry as I can and bring important conversations to the forefront, whether it has to do with disinfection and cleaning or it has to do with, again, how to get paid or technology, choosing a software, whatever that may be. So
you're the gamut, from top to bottom, the whole thing.
Yep.
It's fun to talk to different vendors, different contractors, just to hear what's new in the industry, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Try to bring as many sides to the conversation as possible.
Love it. Well, thank you for joining us.
Of course, thank you.
Are you going to the roast tonight?
I am.
You
are.
are.
You guys going to the roast?
No, we got to fly out. Unfortunately, I don't even know who Pete is. I'm sorry. I'm a newbie.
That's okay.
I'm a new guy. Don't know
That's
who he is. But he's an icon apparently in the industry.
He is an icon. Pete is an icon, and I wish I had my shirts with me. There's like logo branded shirts and polos for it and hats. It's a whole thing. So people have been working on their scripts. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, it should be a lot of fun.
It should be a lot of fun.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.